welcome to FC25. This is me, MattyG, and we're doing a little thing on FC25 where we're going to try and take a club from the bottom tier that we've created up to the Premier League and possibly beyond. We start off with an older squad. I've started on this screen so we can see the tactics we're laying out. We're doing a tiki-taka, so we can stick with tiki-taka throughout the whole way. Formations may change. But we'll start off here. So we've spent our budget that we had for coaches fairly wisely. I've gone through to see who the cheapest are, and you'll see we've not gone over really the £3,000 budget that we initially set out with for each position. So we do have a few in. Well, pretty much every position is tiki taka. Unfortunately, we have got some novices, but we managed to get one hell of a striker coach in Mike Conway for $2,987 pounds, which is fantastic. And we also got a 4-star goalkeeper straight off the bat coach, which is again $3,000. So we've done pretty well there for what we have. Defense is pretty good on 8 stars. That ain't too bad. There was no other 5-star people, so I literally got the best I could. There were better 4-star midfielders for coaching role. However, the price tags were astronomical. I think one was $6,500, which just kind of would blow the whole thing out of proportion. I mean, reviewing the board success or what they want us to do. Basically, we've got to sign 2 players younger than 20 years old. That's kind of my mandate. I want to sign players under 21 because we are, by the way, the team name Young Boys. Not Young Boys. Young United FC. Kind of a mix of all of them, but the idea is we're going to be young. We're starting off with an old team, but we've got to get them all young. So sign 2 players, not a problem. Sign 1 player in your youth academy, sign to the defender position. Hopefully we can get the youth academy set up, and within the same season, sign 1 crucial players and make a profit of 4.25 million. That could be the difficult one, but then again, we have got critical position. Avoid finishing in the bottom part of the league, kind of critical, and we've got to reach round of 16 in the FA Cup. That's pretty harsh. Financial wise, we've already seen that, so that's not a problem. So currently we are using a 4-4-2 formation. That is just default. Probably won't change that too much at the moment. First, what I would like to do is check out the team itself. And I think we'll use the value finance section so that we can really tell what we got here. So we've got fairly young-ish players, considering we're a very senior team. The idea is we want to get youngsters in. So for starters, we've got a left back here at 29. He's going to go straight off on transfer. So's our 31-year-old centre back. He's going to be going. The 29-year-old will be going. We should get some money in for those, hopefully. This guy's going to go at 29. Ryan Lee can go as well, who plays on the left. We've got a central midfielder at 28. Let me just check the central midfield positions here. Oh, God, we've got a 34-year-old. We'll add him to the transfer list. Hopefully we can get a move for him. On the right there, he's 30. 28. Should we keep that? I mean, we could possibly, looking at down the line. I mean, these youngsters, at 49, there's no point in keeping that guy, is there? Let's be honest. He's rubbish. Coming down to we've only got 2 strikers, and yet we're playing 2 up top. I mean, that's pretty poor, really. They're all on 1-year contracts as well, which it doesn't really help, does it? So I think we'll put Chandler on the transfer list anyway. If we can get some money coming in, we can then use it on youth recruitment. Let me just have a look. By value, who is the most valuable? It is our main striker, who is 27, and we would want to actually replace anyway. The 29-year-old left midfield, who is currently now, he's on the transfer list. Bell's on the transfer list. These are the most expensive. Right back, he's only got 1-year contract. He's actually 61, so our right back position is safe. Let's see if we can't. I wonder if we can lock him in by going into a negotiation with our first squad member to try and keep him at the club. So crucial. I'm happy with that at the time. For the time being, we need a contract extension. I'm going to go cheeky and ask for 5 years straight up. He's going to say 3. We can counter that for 4. And now he's locked in for 4 years. That's fine. We're not worried about a release clause at this early stage. Now we're just got to negotiate a wage. Now he's on 5 grand. So I'm thinking if we do 6-2, that gives him a little bumper. Might just pull that off. They're having a think. They want a sign-in bonus of 31 grand. We have 0 budget. I've just seen that. Let's counter that. We're happy with everything else, but let's try and we'll give you 10 grand sign-in bonus because you're being loyal. I think that's a fair. Everyone's happy. It's not quite what you wanted, but we're happy. So, all right. First long-term signing. That was our first long-time signing, and then we've also got left midfielder. He's 20. It's 58. He's not. I mean, yeah, the rest of these guys that are going to be young are not really worth investing in too much. Mason, I mean, I'm going to quickly put an offer in and we'll see if we get him, but I don't want to spend too much. There we go. Dexter Mason did sign on for an extra £400. He's now with us for 4 years. They're the youngest players that are any good, to be honest. I'm just worried about the goalkeeper position. They're terrible. Right, 50 odd, they're terrible. He's the best one out of the bunch, and he's going straight on the list. Along with the 24-year-old, let's see if we can't get some cash in for himself as well. Looking down the list here, we got on the left backs. They're both terrible. I mean, he's not. I think we've got, King's already on the list anyway. So recruitment is key to start us off. We've got a very small squad, and it's terrible. So heading over towards the transfer centre, I think obviously we're going to have to go straight into search for players. And I'm going to have a look at near enough every role, and then I'll bring you back to the shortlist in a minute and show you what I found, and it'll probably be under free agents. So these are the few that I've managed to come up with. Not a great set, but I think the most promising one would be Abu Ali. Abu Ali, is that how we say his name? He's 16, 6'2", and he's left-sided, very physical, and he's got 4-star skill moves on there, which I think is insane for a centre back, right? Valued at 2 million already. This is going to be the main one we're going to really, really want to go for, and then the rest, we'll see what happens with them. But for starters, we're going to approach Ali straight away. We're desperate to get some real solid centre backs. He will be a starter for sure at 68. He's by far better than what we've got already. Crucial should really help with that. He wants 5 years. I'm happy with 5 years. He's surely going to be a beast. We'll deny a release clause because we don't want to worry him. And on the wage front, I want to try and I want to be realistic here. And oh my days. Why? I thought we had plenty of budget a minute ago, and now we've only got 1,000. We've just lost the possible only guy that. I mean, there's no way. If that's all we've got, we can't afford to sign anyone. That's terrible. Well, that's the shortlist, and we can't afford to sign a single person. So it's sales first, I guess. Our first offer is for one of our players who's 34 years old. I'm not going to haggle because I'm kind of desperate for him to move on. So he's terrible and he's old. Let's get him out of the club. Another terrible player, although he's young, would be a Palmer, Alfie Palmer. So we've been offered 110 grand, right? And they're saying we should, really try and ask for anywhere between 66 and 120. And if they think we could do a little better than that. I'm not going to tempt it because at 49 rating, he would be a hard sell at the best of times. So, bye-bye Alfie Palmer, hopefully. They've got a contract to negotiate yet, but they could bring in some cash. And there goes one of our players. I think that would be the old 34-year-old counter-attacking midfielder. Harley Walton has left the club for 89 grand. That puts money into the bank. That's going to add probably £1,000 to our wage budget that we could possibly use. But we're going to keep going, and we'll see in a couple of weeks' time how much money we've got to play with. So far this season, before it's even started, we have sold Walton, as we already know. We got 60 grand from the budget for that one. Palmer also went on his 110,000, and that gave us 70,000 to our current budget. And now Graham has finally left for 150,000, giving us 100 grand to our budget. So we're getting close to possibly being able to sign one or two players. Who's this? There's a new player. We've signed someone. Who is he? You don't know him yet, but you should do. It's Ali. Yes. We finally got our man. The 5 grand a week, 16-year-old centre back who's rated at a 68. He's coming to replace all the players we've already lost. A fantastic free agent signing. I'm hoping he'll be the difference in our defensive lineup. Tall lad. There is Ali. He's been given the number 3. The numbers, we will do numbers at the start of the season. And once the window's closed, I will change shirt numbers because I can't have a centre-back being number 3, right? There he is, Abdou Ali, coming in for free from the free agents to Young United's FC. And where's his rating? It's going to be an A-star. It's always an A-star when you sign a freebie. Where's he going to be rated here? 68. I thought he was. 68 centre-back. He is a new star player, 5-year contract on 5 grand a week. 2 grand less than the next best player, really. So, fantastic bargain. Another player's coming in. Who's this going to be? He's got a little moustache. He's a little shorter than Ali. He's a brand new star player. Hopefully he's a brand new star player. Can anyone guess who he could possibly be? Because I've completely forgotten his name already. Ibrahim Al-Hassin. He's 18 years old. He's coming in from a free agent position in a counter-attacking midfield place. And he is an 80, well, he's a 63. I nearly said 83. Well, it would be amazing if he was. He's actually a counter-attacking midfielder. I don't know why they're comparing him on the right midfield, but he's going to be a great, crucial player for the future. And again, he came in at 5k. You can't really argue with that. And now a third signing. Are we going crazy? This one's another centre-back, not quite as tall as Ali. Definitely not as young as Ali. And quite frankly, not as good as him either. However, better than what we've got currently, and he's going to fit in nicely. Jassim Gabar is coming in as a free agent. He is a 63 centre-back. So is equal to Small, who is or was the starting centre-back. He's not going to be a starting centre-back anymore. Obviously, we're going to try and sell him. He's on 7k. We bought this guy on 5k. It is a better swap for swap, if you ask me. Plus, the potential for future transfer value is obviously 150k as it stands. Now, we did lose out on one player, and that is Ali Ghania. He has left, I think he's at Northampton. Is that Northampton? Yeah, University of Northampton. So he's gone to Northampton. It was someone we were looking at for the right-hand side. No longer a possibility. But there is one other player that we could possibly sign, and this name is Alexis Gutierrez. This is someone that can come in and make a real impact straight away. Whether or not we can get him remains to be seen. And our last free agent signing we could possibly make is a centre midfield that can play on the left wing and the right wing. Left midfield and right midfield. And that is, I forget his name, is Gutierrez, I think it was. There he is, Gutierrez. He's 24 years. He signed a 4-year contract at £6,000. So he's not as young as we would like him at this stage, but he is someone that can do us a job and last a lot longer than what a 30-year-old Bell would, for starters. Roman Lee has now left Young United FC for a whopping 600,000. They're saying it's a C because we could have got more money. We tried. We actually negotiated this one. My initial offer was like 420, but it's fine. He's gone. Loads of money coming in. And that's what we needed. I'm just having a look at the youth scouts available, and Marcus Spence stands out quite prominently there with the money what we've got to hand. So I'm going to go with him. We do have one already on board. However, we're probably going to get rid of this guy. So we will. This is just useless. Now we've got scouting that is available. Not that we've got much money, so we're going to have to keep this one pretty close to home to start with. So we're going to go obviously Europe. Why can't we? We can't afford Northern Europe. Why can't we afford Northern? Okay, well in that case, let's wait. Let's wait until we've got some money. We'll sell one or two more players. I think we should be all right. And when we do, we'll then check in with the youth academy. So we're now able to send our scout out. So we're going to send him out for 3 months, and we're going to be looking for a goalkeeper for a permanent position, hopefully very, very soon. And we've got right back covered. So yeah, no, it's just the goalkeeper to start with. Are we worried about what sort of goalkeeper we want? Not really. Goalkeeper's a goalkeeper for me. So we don't need. We can select up to 2. I suppose I might as well just select them anyway, and we can start the mission. Let's go. Hopefully, he can bring us something back pretty darn soon before the start of the season. 3 more have been sold. We sold Bell for £730,000, and we made 525 and that in the budget. Hence, we spent some on the scouting system. Boyce sold for 110. We got 70 grand for that, and Bennett sold for 91, receiving 60 grand for that one. So there are positions we're going to need to sort of cover pretty soon. We're going to have to do some wheeling and dealing. Okay, our first financial signing has been made, and that is Odoteo. He's come along. He's rated at 63. It says he's right back. He's not. He's actually a left back. I have no idea why they're cross-referencing him with Bernard there. He's not. He's a left back. He's coming in as our left back to partner Bernard on the right. So he's got him on the left. He's coming in at 440k. He was valued at 525. We got a really good deal. It says we're going to got a possible deal at 430. We really couldn't. It was a fight to get him. What we got him, but he comes in at 63 rating overall. He's going to do beautiful on the left-hand side. These are the other people that we were looking at to come in. Joe Johnson from Luton, we tried. It weren't going to happen there finance-wise. T-Small, way too overpriced, and Williams didn't want to relocate. So they all go bye-bye. So this is our first team to play, first match day of League 2 season. I'm not expecting to do anything this season, but this is the team as it stands. We have Cunningham in goal, new signings of Odoteo, Ali, Garber at the back, with Bernard backing them up there on the right hand side. Mason, Shaw on the left hand side and central midfield position. Ali Hassan, new signing, counter-attacking midfielder. He's holding up in the middle there. And then we've got Gutierrez, who's come in as a midfielder. He's playing out on the right. Other 2 players playing in the games is our star man, Barnes, up top, with Chandler, who is up for sale, actually, backing him up. So, yeah, we're going with what we can do for the time being. This is the best we can do for now. And unfortunately, we didn't come out on top. We didn't do too badly, considering, but there are still problems in the team, and we've got to set it up the way we want it to. It's just a matter of time. It's deadline day. We made a signing. Who is that man? Well, he's not such a tall goalkeeper, but he's a goalkeeper nonetheless. 61 rated overall. Is he going to be any good for us? Well, for the price he came in, Harry Lee from Exeter City for 260,000 to try and help with the leaking goal back line and to turn our fortunes around is an excellent deal, apparently. He's dropped to a 60. I saw him, it was a 61. I could have sworn he was. But he's going to come in as our new number 1 goalkeeper. And that's the first of hopefully 3 signings. I've got 2 more in the works. Let's see if I can pull something off on deadline day. So here we go. Signing possible number 1. This is for a striker, so let's hope we can get him in. Because Samson Tavide is probably one of the best strikers in our current league. So hopefully he doesn't want crucial. He doesn't want crucial. Okay, well we're gonna have to play 2 up top this season. Keep pretty much the formation as it is, or tweak it a little. 5 years, I'm good with that. Release clause. Yeah, I'm okay with that for now. I was thinking we could put something on him. Right, he's currently on just under 5. So I'm thinking we can give him 6 and get away with not having to do any little adjustments, and he's happy with that. So there you go. Number 2 deadline day signing. We have a proper striker to back up our leading goal scorer as it is. And he's left-footed, even better. Samson Tavide. He comes in as our second striker to go up top. And here we go with our third possible deadline day trade or transfer, if you will. This is a central midfielder. He's overall, as you can see, 62. We've done our diligence. He can play beautiful football. The problem is he wants crucial. I'm going to try to get him down to him. No, he's not going to. We're going to have to give him crucial then. It's just going to be, and we may end up having people get the ump by the end of the year, but what can you do? He wants crucial. We're not worried about a release clause. At 20 years old, we should be fine with him in the central midfield. He's on 4-6, so I'm going to give him a little bump up. We're going to go to 5. What? Why can I only offer him 52? A minute ago, I had 13 grand I could offer out. Apparently, we can offer £52. It's not going to go down well, is it? So, just having a quick look at what we've got available on our youth to sign up. So, what we are going to do, I know it's better to leave them in there, but we need backup in centre back. We definitely need someone on the left, and then the rest are 15. So I can't actually sign them. There you go. Too young to be promoted. We haven't really got anything too special to come through the ranks at the moment. So we've got to make do with what we've got. And that squad is looking like... So here's what the current team looks like at the moment. What we're going with the season. We have Oda Teo on the left. Ali and Garber picking up the middle. And Bernard on the right-hand side. New signing Lee is now in goal. Perfect. Across the middle of the park, we have Shaw and Al Hassani. Shaw is on a deep lying playmaker role. Al Hassani is on attack, creativity-wise. Gutierrez is just playing on the wing. I know he's a midfielder, but he's playing on the wing there. Mason picks up on the left-hand side still. Tovide, the new signing, goes up front along with Barnes. They're going to slug it out for number 1. Barnes actually has decreased in overall since the start of the season. So let's hope things progress better. And yeah, we'll catch you on the flip side of Christmas. And we'll see how we're doing by then. And that's another player leaving. That is a goalkeeper. Believe it or not. Yeah, we're down to 2 goalkeepers. But it's come at a really bad time. Because we're also technically now down to 1 goalkeeper. One of them's now handed in a transfer request. Not the greatest move at all, but I think we can manage, right? The problem I was having with the youth academy, sending people out for scouting, it wasn't coming back with any results. Why wasn't it coming back with any results? So every time I clicked view report, it would come up with nil. Obviously now it has a report, but before it wouldn't. Now I've added a second scout at the beginning of the window, the second scout at the beginning of the screen. It's now producing actual results, which is great, as you can see. So I'm just signing up loads. I'm going to be out of money soon. As you can see, we have got a number of players coming through the academy. Lots of 14-year-olds actually, and I believe we signed a 13-year-old. I'm not sure if I can see him. There he is. We signed a 13-year-old with a potential of 91. So he's going to sit there in the academy, building potential up, and hopefully going to be a beast by the time we actually bring him through. But one that's ready is a Joyce. Yeah, he's 17 years old, brilliant potential. So we're going to bring him into the team pretty much straight away. Promote him to the senior team. Lovely jubbly. And then once we're down to just one goalkeeper, we've got a goalkeeper waiting in the wings too, which makes it even better. If we go over to the squads right now and go straight to team management, you will see that Shaw can now come out probably for Jeffrey. And then Jeffrey can be quickly swapped out for Joyce. Not in his best position, but hopefully much better. Have we increased anyone? Well, Ali's increased by 1 on the overall. Odeteo, I believe, is increased as well. Mason increased by 2. Barnes is back to a 65. Gutierrez has gone up by 1. Hassan's gone up by 1. And Gruber's gone up by 1. So small improvements across the board, which is really nice. So where do we stand at the table? Now, ideally, we want to be mid-table, but slightly on the upper half. We're not worried about the playoffs or the championship yet. We just want to maintain a decent level this year. So where are we? Well, obviously, we're not first or even in the top 8 there. Are we 9th? No. 10th? No. 11th. Oh, right, we're 11th. 11th is good. That is good. I'm at 31 points, so we're not actually far off from playoffs. Not that we're aiming for it. We have those losses at the beginning soon got turned around. We've had 10 draws and 7 wins since, maintaining 32 goals for, 30 against, giving us a goal difference of +2. That to me is a positive. And honestly, I think that is a big difference with the goalkeeper that we changed around, considering we lost to people like Salford City at the beginning of the season, Gillingham. They're all below us now as well, and even Port Vale, I think we lost against too, as well. So we're doing better, we're maintaining, and I think that's the plus side. We're halfway through a season, and we're well up there. Now, if anything happens during January transfer windows, I will bring you back for that. But until then, we will head towards the end of the season. So it looks like we lost the last game of the season. But where did we finish? You can clearly see it's not in the top 8. Have we improved since January, or has it all gone wrong? It's not 9. It's not 10, so we haven't improved. It's not 11, we haven't stayed the same. Nor 12, or 13, or 14, or 15, so we're in the lower half, which is not great. 17th. I mean, to be fair, it is only a 9-point gap between 17th and 10th place. So, but then if we want to go down that route, or is it the bottom 3 get relegated? I believe from this league, or is it just the bottom 2? I forget now. Either way, I think we were very much safe from that. We ended up with -2 on the goal difference. That wasn't too clever. In the FA Cup, how far did we go? Where did we get kicked out? Second round. FA Cup, kicked out in the second round. Not too great, really. Second round of the FA Cup, out against Blackpool. And out in the first round of the Carabao Cup. Looking at the stats in the squad, who was our top guys in appearances? I could have guessed it would be Bernard. It was by far the only decent right back we ever had. He played 55. I think that's all the games we have. He played 55 of those. M. Barnes, same again, 55. Our top guy up front. But okay, Mason picked up 54 games on the left and increased quite well overall. Gutierrez playing out on the right hand side out of position. Played really well as well. He's up to a 69 overall. Fantastic for him. And the new signing, Tovidi, I'm not sure how it's out. Samson, I'm going to call him Big Sam. He managed 51 games as well. Going over to goals, Barnes leads away with 19, but right on his heels, and you considering Barnes played, 4 games more and only got 2 goals more. Right on his heels was Big Sam. 6 assists for Barnes, 3 for Sam, but not bad. Hussein playing up as well with 12 goals on the right hand side. Mason banging in 8. Gutierrez in with 6. And Bernard, believe it or not, picking up 3. Going over to assists now. And the top lad there is Ali Hussein playing in on from the... no, he's Hussein... Yeah, Hussein's playing up through the centre as a central midfielder on attack. And he managed to assist 9 times while scoring 12 goals himself. Pretty decent return from him. Gutierrez on the wing managed 7 assists. He was second running there. And Barnes came in third. Clean sheets, well, to believe it or not, it was won by a defender. Right back, clean sheets. That was A. Barnard. 8 for Gutierrez. 8 for Al Hussein. Where is the nearest goalkeeper then? Do we... Lee. Okay. So Lee did get 5 clean sheets. They all came in the FL League. He had some the odd poor results, but what do you expect from a young squad? On the attributes, that man, the young lad that we signed on a free transfer, Abu Ali, is up to a 70. He did really well throughout the season. He's only 17 and he can only improve. By far one of our better movers there. Another one who we could give a good shout out to was Ali Hussein. He's up 2 places to 66 on the rating board. He's done well there as well. And as you could possibly guess, up 30% was the market value of Abu Ali. We got on a free. He's now worth 2.6. 4 years left to go on his contract. He's a keeper. Gutierrez, he's actually gone down in value by 6%, mostly due to his age. However, we picked him up on a free, so you can't really argue with that. Garber, again, up 52%. That is absolutely astronomically good. Toby Big Sam? He's gone up 33%. We signed him for around £780,000. So return of 1.2 if we had to sell him. Not a bad return, really. And Ali Hussein, he's gone up 10%. Again, we got him on a free, so to us it's a 1.1. That's like 10 million%, if you ask me. But, you know, there you go. So, yeah, some good movers and shakers there in the finance side of things. A few players going out, like Rory King to Notts County for 84 grand. Nathan Small joins him, 330 grand out the door. Bye-bye, son. Hugo Jeffrey leaves the club for 155,000. That brings us to the end of the season now, Monday, June the 30th of the 2024-25 season results. Competitions 1 out of 5 for the League 2 side, Young United FC. We came in 17th in League 2, round 2 of the FA Cup, round 1 of the English League Cup, and the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, which I completely and utterly forgot. We actually got to round 2 on that one. And then the Beats group stage, which was the pre-tournament. There we go. That's our standings. Let's go on to, season 2, really. We've got a lot of work to do to get out of this league, which is the aim for this season. So it's new beginnings this season. We've got to roll our sleeves up and get on with the transfer market. It's time to push on. Well, our new board ratings, here we go. We've got to get a 5-game win streak this season. We've got within the next 2 seasons, which we should be all right with, have at least one player from the youth academy signed to the first team and play at least 50% of the games in the next season. We're trying to promote more youth players, so that's good. And make a 1.25 million profit from youth player sales within 2 seasons. We should be able to do that. Domestic success is critical. We need to finish mid-table. I'm looking to go further up the table than that. And the Emirates FA Cup reached the round of 16 stage, which we failed to do last time. So just so that you can see which stadium we have, this is called the Playground, or at least that's what we've named it. We've got nice green turf, green stands there with little hoardings. It's a very small stadium. We're a League 2 sub. We are currently in the process of building a bigger stadium, but it may take a season or 2. Our first major coup of the season. This guy's a free agent. He's from Uruguay. He's 6'8", a powerhouse between the posts. He's a goalkeeper. He's absolutely brilliant. And we got him on $4 grand a week. $4 grand. He signed, I believe it's a 3-year deal as well. Just take a look at this guy. Look at him, he's huge. Music. And guess what? He's now our new #1 goalkeeper. But why? Is it because he was free? No, but that helped. Why then? Because his overall is 74. Get in. 18-year-old. Oh, but it don't stop there. Look at this fella right now. He's got, I believe it's 78 pace. Reggie Glover, a UK international, a Englishman striker, fairly tall, fairly athletic, with an overall rating, check this ladies and gents, 70. 70. I think we just found one of our new top striker, Reggie Glover. Welcome to Young's United. And yes, that's right, we got him for free. Got to do your business early if you want to get ahead in the transfer markets. They just keep coming. They just keep coming. Look at the size of this fella. 6'4", built like a brick Shiza Manelli house. Look at the size of him. Big old fella. He is a young British, or UK, I guess, goalkeeper for England. And I believe he's 19. Humphreys, he comes in at a 66 overall. So he'll be a backup keeper this year. But what a signings. What signings are we making here? Walk on in, son. Walk on in, son. Yeah, we have just signed. Now, this could be a little bit controversial. I've just brought in a new right back. Why? Because he's rated at 70. Okay? Not only is he 70, he was signed for us for $4.5 grand on a 5-year deal. And he is 17. I believe it was 17. I could be wrong on the age. Could be 19. But he's a young lad. Mineiro. Coming from a little island off the coast of... Actually, I'm not even sure where Santo Marino is. Anyway, he is a young lad and he's going to be brilliant for us. Our first wide man and left winger coming in here. He's got a bit of fuzzy hair about him. There's a little bit of hair to him. He's a left winger, so not quite a left midfielder, but, you know, we won't hold that against him. 65 rated, I believe. He's young, 17 years of age. He's signed on a $5 grand contract over 5 years. So that to me is a bit of a bargain. He's going to make money for us down the line if we don't use him very much. But the idea is we want to go to a front set of wingers eventually. So he could be one for the future. Watch this space. And now we move on to a central defender that could possibly line up as a backup for Ali, or even a replacement if Ali ends up going. He's rated at 67. He's 17 years of age. And he comes in with his little red head. Hopefully, he's left-footed as well. Hence why, as I say, he could be a replacement for Ali down the line. But Peters will do us a job nonetheless, considering we are short in the centre-back position with really decent talent. Now we have found yet another striker. So second one of this window, a little Italian fella. I think he's 5'10". Not overly quick, not overly gifted. 65 overall rating. He's going to add attack power. It's going to give us more options up front. Mancini is here. He's in the shirt. He's wearing the jersey. 3 more to show you now. First up, this is a right midfielder, 17 years of age, coming in from Italy at 67 rated. He should be a good lad for us. The last one was Costa. This one is Brutus. Last from Italy. This one's from Argentina. This baby, he's a central midfielder. He can play pretty much anywhere across the middle of that park as well. Good, strong, physical nature about him as well. Hopefully, and they're all 17, these three, by the way. Hopefully, this guy will be good. But I can't wait to have a look at our last signing. Here he is, our last signing. He's a little fantastic little man. He's a counter-attacking midfielder. So we've increased pretty much every position, pretty much I can think of. But this little guy, coming in at 67, he can slot in that team in the position that he's meant to play as a counter-attacking midfielder. There isn't anyone as young as him in the squad now. And he's Brazilian, so he's got to have some flair. We've brought some culture to League 2. Igor Branco could be a name being shouted from the terraces from the young United fans. Oh yeah, and he's 67 if I hadn't already mentioned it. That is the end of our little mini free transfer splunge. Now we've got to try and shake down the squad and save some money. So looking straight at the squad now, you can see we've got plenty of people to get rid of, especially in goal. Obviously, Mosquera is going to be our number 1, and Humphrey is our number 2. Everyone else, including new signing we made last year, Lee, is not really needed nor wanted now at the club. So, sorry Lee, you did well. Bye-bye, son. Same with Cunningham. Oh, he's already on the transfer list. Look at that. And Wade. Bye-bye, my friends. You're all gone. Left back, we are still left with a slight weak spot with Rory King. Something we're going to have to address at some point. That being said, he is... Oh, he's retiring. Is he retiring? Or is he leaving? Oh, he's moving to Notts County. Oh, that's fine. He's gone. So left back will be on the shopping list. Garber, Smalls going, Ali. We've also got Nakamieva and Peters. They're going to be our backup too. So that's all right. We're good with the centre backs. On right backs, we're pretty good. Bernard's now been rejected or downgraded, if you will, to reserve right back, which probably means we're going to have to change his contract slightly. Hopefully he'll be all right with that. Fletcher's on his way out. I'm just having a look here. We've got Mason and Muller. I mean, to be honest, they both need to go. We do need to find ourselves better left backs. They can go. Gutierrez, he's at 25. Shaw is on his way out, I believe. I hope he's on his way out. Because we've got new people taking over the reins here. Jeffrey, he's gone, isn't he? Yeah. Joyce, where did we get Joyce from? Wasn't he? He's 62. Gibbs is leaving. Branco, there's Branco. There's so many positions he can play in. It's unreal. And we've got our first Gianluca Costa is going to be on our right hand side from now on in, and Fortuna is going to be on our left. Now the problem I'm going to have is I've signed a couple of good strikers. It means I've got to get rid of someone. Barnes was the best goal scorer, but he's 28. He's got to go. He's got to go. He's got to go. There's no other way around it. Glover is right-footed, obviously going to play on the right. With Eva, we'll probably toddle off playing on the left-hand side. So Big Samson will be playing on the left, where he currently plays anyway. So, yeah, it's just a case of just slimming down the squad a little bit and possibly looking for 1 or 2 new characters down the line. So the current first team, the way things are at the moment, we've got Tovar will be playing out on the left, Glover up front, just to the right hand side of him. Ali Hussain's playing in an attacking controlled explosive role, just behind the front 2 there on the right hand side, with Brutus being the more deep line controlled playmaker. Fortuna is going to play out on the left. We will get him trained more as a left midfielder, but he's very explosive out there. And then Costa is going to come waltzing in and play on that right hand side, using his pace to break down on that side. Minero's come in as the new right back. He's got blistering pace. He's got some skill. He's pretty decent in defence as well. Other than that, the defence stays as it was. The only other change we have in the team is obviously we're going to start with Mosaquira. So we're hoping for a really good start. Let's see if that's the case. And hopefully we can add to the team before the start of the season. Well, I would say it was a sad day to see Barnes leave. He's not that old. 27, I think he is. At 65. We've just outgrown him. We've got new players in the superior. And one that's the same level as he is already. But they're all younger. So, for 1.2 million, that's going to help the kitty. We're able to get a new scout very soon. And it was FC Nuremberg that triggered his release clause of 1.2 million. So people are not happy about it. It's bad negotiation. But we've got good squad depth. So we're all good. And it looks like the board are giving us 850,000 of that sale price, which isn't too bad. 2 more sales to make out. Wade has been sold for 120,000. That's Tommy Wade. We get 80 grand of that. And Cunningham has been sold for 100 grand. We're getting 70 grand of that. It's not bad. 150,000 for 2 goalkeepers that are never going to get close to the team. This is one offer that I didn't ever want to see happen. And that is Ali. The question is, what do we do? He is by far fantastic little player. But do we force him to stay? I mean, what do we do? What do you do with a player like Ali? It's horrible. Do I attempt to sell him? Do I negotiate? I'm going to block all offers for Ali. I'm going to take bold. Let's hope he doesn't take it against us. And let's really pray that he doesn't want to transfer. Tobias Müller, 210 grand. Squad lacks quality in central midfield. We really don't. He was just substandard to the rest of the team. We're all good in central midfield. We're golden. It's a nightmare. Ibrahim Hassalin has gone for 3.3 million pounds. Really good deal, really, because we got an extra 5% on the sell-on fee. So, I mean, yeah, it's going to be awkward to lose such a young talent. I would have preferred someone coming for Gutierrez, for example. However, it was good money, and we're going to make use of that money once it gets cleared, which I'm guessing it's about to do now. So, yeah, we've got 2.4 million. We're going to spend that straight on new scouting. Here we go. We're going to hire ourselves a top-notch scout. Now, which one do we want to go for? Do we want to go for a guy from Estonia or Jonathan Massey? I think we're going to go for Massey, to be honest, because I love the name. Now, I do Farming Simulator across the channel, and my favourite tractor is a Massey Ferguson, so having Massey as one of my scouts is just a no-brainer. And immediately, let's send him out across Europe. We're going to go with Central Europe, I believe, and I think I'm going to send him to France. I'm going to do 3 months in France, and I want you to primarily do defensive. Do I want to do all defense, or do I want to do the core? I think we're just going to go for all core middle areas there. They're young. We're down in the lower leagues. I'm not fussed what their roles are at present. Harry Lee now has left us for 600 grand. He's gone to, I'm not even sure what that club is. They say it was a bad negotiation. We could have been more demanding, but considering we spent a slightly less on the same player last year, we're actually turning a small profit. I was happy to take it. So between the two of them, sale-wise, we've bagged an absolute fortune of transfer kitty. I mean, yes, we've used it in the market for a new scout, but what we haven't done is jump into the squad and see whether or not we can add it to new coaches as well, because obviously we have very limited in the coaching front. We could do with new coaches or increase coaches. And I mean, right off the bat, am I on this? I'm not even on the skill set yet. We have a few 5 stars here. Oh, we've got 2 there. I think they're the Ergrid Arneson is an expert in our position as a goalkeeper skill. So he'll be the first one we'll be signing in the goalkeeper position. That's going to give us more than ideal, which is fantastic. Then we're going to head to the striker position, see if we can't add someone in a striker position for ourselves. Looking across the board, apparently we can't afford anyone else. That 7 just wiped us out. Well, at least we're overachieving on goalkeepers now, right? It's fine. It's fine. Our goalkeepers have become awesome. Bad news, ladies and gents. Gutierrez is now gone. We got 2.85 million for him though, so that was quite a good little return on a free transfer investment. Very good deal actually. The downside is, I mean, it says we've got good squad depth, but we really haven't. It's okay, people. We got this fella. He's from the Americas, the blue side. He's a central midfielder, and he's 68 overall. Incanco Contieres. And he comes from Uruguay. It's a 68, he's a central midfielder, so he should fit in well within our first team structure. And again, we just had to pay a little bit more than what we would have done, which would have been 5 mil. And his value is at 2.2 already. And at 18, he's going to fit in nicely. And he's followed by Hugo Jarmilio, who I've also found at the same time. Again, from the South Americas. This one's from Uruguay as well. It's an excellent deal. Obviously, it's an excellent deal. He's in 68. He's a holding midfielder, so he can play at the back if need be. An absolute fantastic addition to the team. A right midfielder coming in, Mark Amos. He comes in on a free as well, 65 rating. So he's not going to be the starter, but at a young age he can be. He can help. He can help out. I think that's the way to look at it. Anu, a left back, coming in as backup. Now we need one. He's Haku Han, South Korean fella, 62. So he's not going to be like a world beater or anything, but he will help on the left-hand side of defence. And now Lucas Marin, I just found an Argentinian. He's a 70 rated centre-back playing on the right-hand side. I had to pick him up for £6,000 a week. You just had to. You know you had to. So he will be taking over Jessam's role as the main man on the right side of central defence. And he's 18. You can't beat that for £6,000 a week. I think our shopping list is nearly done. So, before we leave this one here, here's the current team. Mozik is in goal, new signing. Ateo stays on left back. Ali stays in the central left-hand side position. Marin, fresh off a new transfer, is on the right-hand side. And for some reason, they made him captain. Not sure why there, but hey-ho. Marino's now come in and he plays on the right-hand side. Fortuna is up on the left wing. Contreras has just joined and is taken over Butus in the middle park there, with Branco next to him. Again, another new signing this year. Costa, a new signing this year. Tavayed up front along with Gulliver, who is a new signing this year. So who actually maintained their position in the squad from last year? 3 people. Oteo, Ali and Tavayed. Big Sam is now number 2 striker fighting number one, I suppose, with Glover. Although, you know, Glover's got a lot on him. Bench looks completely different as well, with Mancini being the backup striker there, Butus, Jarmilio, and I don't know, that's it in the central midfield. I thought I had more than that. Bernard and Han are options for the wings and at the back, at either side. They can play there, that's fine. And then Peters is the central defensive option, with Humphreys as the backup goalkeeper. So that is the current team. Can't wait to see them in action next time. And next time we'll see you, we'll be starting the new season and getting through season 2. So yeah, join us for that one. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and all that good stuff. And until next time.